Hello and welcome to the British Dapper, and today we're talking about London question and answer session part 1. So recently myself and Ash Jones of the Chap's Guide got together in London for a meet and greet with some of our subscribers, and also it was the inaugural meeting of a sartorial club that had sprung up as a consequence of the previous meet and greet back in September last year. And so with that inaugural meeting, we were both in London, so we took the opportunity to shoot a few videos together. So in this case, we had the opportunity to shoot 3 sessions of question and answers fielded by yourselves, our subscribers, and we just went through those questions. So this is the first part of a 3-part series.
Okay, well, here we go then. It is time for us to answer some of the questions you've sent in. Now, before you say anything, we are in a very small hotel room in the Union Jack Club in London, so excuses for the less than fantastic cinematography you're going to see today. So you have sent some questions in for me and Chris to discuss. We haven't, well, I've seen them before, but I haven't put any thought into them. I've just cut and pasted them into this bit of paper. So this is us genuinely having a chit chat about the questions which you have sent in. Simple as that. No sort of preparatory research, nothing like that. So, shall I go for it? I'll go for it. So our first question comes from Ali White TC, and he says, due to a health condition, I find wearing braces much more comfortable than a belt, but also more interesting style-wise too. However, I'm in my late 20s and of slim build and worry that wearing braces at this age can be seen as eccentric. Do you have any tips for styling braces in a non-formal setting without being seen as trying too hard? What do you think of that then? Braces in your 20s.
Well, braces are a traditional way of holding your trousers up at the end of the day, and I suppose it depends on how flamboyant you are with those braces and the colours of them. So if you're typically wearing a suit, you shouldn't be seeing the braces in the first place.
Yeah.
And if you're wearing a jumper over a pair of trousers and a shirt, again, you wouldn't really see the braces. But I suppose if you're going to wear a shirt and braces, I would change that to side tabs on your trousers and not wear the braces personally.
Yeah.
But if for medical reasons you can't do that, then I suppose I would try and mute the colour of the braces to make it so they don't stand out quite as much. So maybe if you're wearing light colours, wear lighter coloured braces rather than dark, because when you contrast something, it draws the attention more. So that would be my initial reaction to it.
I mean, I don't wear braces myself. I think I have heard, and I have worn them, but I have heard that they do offer a more comfortable option.
Yeah.
People who wear them tend to swear by them, don't they? They say they're better than a belt.
Yeah.
But I would just echo what Chris has said there. I mean, I think depending on, it's like wearing a tie, isn't it? Like if you wore a simple black tie or a navy tie, it would be innocuous. You wouldn't notice it. But if I wore bright red or bright yellow tie, it's going to draw the eye immediately. I would say adopt that approach when it comes to your braces. You are going to be an outlier. If you're in your 20s wearing braces, you are going to be somewhat different to your contemporaries. But have confidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wear clothing with confidence. That's all I would say.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, so this is from somebody called K Kuns, who says, I have a question for you and Chris. When you make a video, what do you enjoy and why? Is it actually making the video or the research that goes into it beforehand?
Well, I would say that I don't enjoy any of the process. I think the research, because there's a sort of a limit how far you can go with your knowledge. I tend to give it a very much working class background, so The only experience I have is via my uncle, who was a tailor. He gave me a lot of information and understanding about suits and clothes. But there is a sort of a level where you basically bottom out. And so if you start talking about sartorial, more sartorial things, then I do have to do a bit of research about it. And some of the presentations I've done involve history, you know, so therefore you have to learn that history. So I enjoy that bit, but the videos themselves, you know, I find them quite stressful. I think most people that are not used to doing presentations, it does affect you a little bit. But having said that, it's all a learning process. So in a way, it's a nervous excitement, if you like, when it comes to making the videos. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much the same, really. I mean, I wouldn't say I enjoy the filming process because it's quite fiddly.
Yeah.
And I do most of my videos outdoors simply because it's less fiddly. I don't have to mess around with lighting. I don't have to worry about audio, you know, bouncing off walls and things. That's the real reason why I do my videos outdoors, to make my filming a simpler process.
Yeah.
I actually do enjoy the editing a little bit because it allows you to take control and sort of shape the message you're trying to put across. But I'm very much like you. I mean, I agree there. The research for me, I mean, people don't realise it, that I'm not a deep well of knowledge about sartorial matters. What I have done is where people ask me a question, I've enjoyed delving into history and finding out things. And, you know, it only takes a short time with the wonders of the world today, the internet, to become a mini expert on a subject, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I enjoy most, is particularly when people ask me a question, I'll take that question, I'll think about it, I'll research it, I'll craft a few sort of lines, and then that'll be the basis of how I answer the question. I don't script my stuff. Do you script yours?
I maybe make bullet points.
Yeah, same with me.
But
so I give myself a sort of guide, and I often go totally off path with it, to be honest. So there we go. So what's this? So we got JKBG3QQ. Chip a name there. My question is about linen suits and how one can use them in the best way possible for summer weddings and functions. You know, can you cite a few examples of linen suit outfits? What do you think of that?
yeah, well, linen's a great thing for summer months. It's a little bit, they can be very, what I call scrunchy, as in they don't hold a smooth effect for long. They crease and wrinkle quite easily, but they are good for that breathability. So if you're in a really hot climate, they are very good for that sort of environment. In the UK and maybe temperate sort of conditions, then I don't necessarily think you need a linen suit. You could probably get away with a 100% cotton suit, probably unlined or semi-lined, and you get really quite a good smooth aesthetic. I would go for a suit if you're talking about a wedding, and they come in a range of colours as well. So, you know, you can choose a suit colour that would fit in with the wedding environment and the patterns or colours that are being selected for the wedding. Wear a tie with that, or open neck shirt maybe, and a nice pair of shoes, and I think you've got a really good outfit for a summer wedding.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I've got to be honest, I've only ever owned one linen suit. Don't own it anymore. I think it was too big or too small for me. What I would say is, for me, totally agree with what you just said, but for me, I would maybe go with a linen jacket and pair that with chinos. Because the cotton chino, I mean, maybe I'm a little OCD. Yeah. I would constantly be, you know, ironing the trousers. Yeah. So for me, the balance for me is, and I do own a couple of linen sports jackets, which I do wear in summer months, but I pair them with cotton chinos, which for me is that nice balance. The linen trouser I find just too high maintenance. It bugs me a little bit, but That's just me. But no, linen's a great one
Yeah.
for the summer months. I bought a few linen shirts the other day actually, and I look forward to them. Okay, so we'll do one more question here, because we're going to film a few of these and we'll drop them in the weeks ahead. So here's one from Florian, who says, thanks and bravo for your work. 2 questions. What is your favourite English shoe brand and why? And do you like to wear raw jeans with tie and blazer? There you go, 2 questions there. So what's your favourite shoes first?
Well, yeah, Crockett and Jones are the top end. I mean, I'd love a pair of those, but my budget doesn't allow for that. Yeah, I was just thinking now. Typically, Lokes are a great brand. I love the 1880 series.
What are you wearing now?
These actually, believe it or not, are a company called. Oh, let me try and think now. Do you know, it's completely gone.
So I'll take a photo and we'll send it in as well. But it's a pair of black brogues you've got there, with a marvellous shine on them.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a pair of Grensons today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you go for Loke as a good
Basic
price
shoe.
point.
Yeah.
I got to
Yeah.
go with that.
Mid-pitch sort of pair of shoes.
If I was to look at my wardrobe, I think most of my shoes and boots are Loke.
Yeah.
But like yourself, it's
Yeah.
financial oriented.
Yeah.
If it was no money, no option, I got to say Crockett and Jones.
Yeah.
I do believe Crockett and Jones, for outside of bespoke shoes, offer possibly one of the best products. Edward Green definitely, probably a little bit better than Crockett and Jones, but they are very expensive. So I think Crockett and Jones, for the average man, man, if you can afford to spend £650, I think it's there or thereabouts. Maybe slightly one little bit above Loke, and that would be Chini. I do like Chini. Totally British, all made in the UK, and not crushingly expensive. So that's what I would say.
Yeah.
So what do you think about wearing raw jeans with tie and a blazer? Is that blasphemy, or can you do it?
Yeah, I'm not a lover of that look. I think if you're going to wear jeans and a blazer, that's fine. Then maybe an open neck shirt, because it's a little bit too of a clash between casual and formal. There's just it's just too extreme.
Yeah.
So I think if you're going to go casual, then go casual.
Yeah.
If you're going to wear a tie, then I think that dictates maybe something like a pair of chinos or something along those lines.
Absolutely. I mean, the question I would ask is, what are you trying to achieve with the look?
Yeah.
You know, if you're wearing jeans and then you're wearing a tie and blazer, you're also going to wear a dress shirt with that as well. You've got a mismatch there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wear jeans and just a blazer with an open neck shirt, maybe. Yeah. And even then, it wouldn't be my style. I mean, I don't wear jeans. I stopped wearing jeans quite a few years ago now, other than doing manual labour.
Yeah. I know Ralph Lauren typically does wear jeans and a blazer, and he's always provide that look.
Yeah.
And he has, in America, it's quite common to see people wearing jeans and a tie with a blazer. But personally, from a sartorial point of view, it just grates a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, there's too much disparity between the formality of the upper half and the bottom half.
Yeah.
And then you'd say, well, what shoes are you wearing with those jeans? You know, if you're wearing dress shoes with a pair of jeans and then on the upper half you're entirely formally dressed, it looks weird.
Yeah.
I just can't see it working. So that would be my thought.
Yeah.
So there we go. We've answered some of your questions.
Yeah.
I think about 4 or 5 of them. We're going to do another video like this straight afterwards, so you'll see that one popping along too. So yeah, plenty of questions to be going on with.
Yeah. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, then please feel free to do so. We also have a Buy Me a Coffee page, and I'll put the link down below so you can make your contribution to the channel. We also enjoy questions and answers, so if you'd like to sport one on the comments below, then we'll try and get back to you straight away. But I would say some of the questions might be relevant for a future question and answer opportunity, and so I will then mention it or acknowledge the question and explain that we might want to use that in the future. So until next time, take care.